Apparently, Taylor Swift just endorsed Kamala Harris on Instagram.
Oh my God.
It's
Holy
Jover.
shit.
It's Jover. Is
Oh.
Joe?
She's
Is that
stealing
a
the news
meme?
cycle from him.
Is it Jover? Oh, is it happening finally? No, she didn't. You guys are such liars,
Yeah,
dude.
she
What the?
did. She did. She did. It's on
Oh,
her Instagram.
oh, she did. She said register to vote. Like many of you, I watched the debate tonight. If you haven't already,
Oh
now is
my
a great
God.
time to do your research on issues at hand. It stands that these
Call herself
candidates
a
take.
childless cat lady. It's over.
Oh my God.
It's the picture of her with a cat.
Oh my God.
He's gonna beat Don Jr. with a shoe
Bro,
over
all
this.
it took was for her to fucking hug a Trump supporter and then have like the entire Swifties on Twitter rip her ass and be like, you only cared about politics when your career was failing. She was like, no, I'm sorry. Actually, I love politics. It's my favorite thing to do.
I like that she kind of implies here that she was like undecided until she watched the debate.
Yeah. Recently, I was made aware that AI of me falsely endorsing Donald Trump's presidential run was posted to the site. Oh, recently you were made aware. Sure. Okay. It really conjured up my fears around AI and the danger of spreading misinformation. It brought me to the conclusion I need to be very transparent about my actual plans for this election as a voter. The simplest way to combat misinformation is the truth. I will be casting my vote for Kamala Harris and Tim Walz in the 2024 presidential election. I'm voting for Kamala Harris because she fights for the rights and causes I believe need a warrior to champion them. I think she's a steady-handed, gifted leader, and I believe we can accomplish so much more in this country if we're led by calm and not chaos. Damn, she's even doing the PR moves. Like she did watch that debate, or at least her PR people watched that debate. Let me tell you, okay?
Yeah, they said we're backing. This is like the best indicator for like Kamala like so far because they are not going to back her ass until like unless she's like a clear shot to win. Like she was not endorsing Biden until Biden was leading by like 10 in the polls.
Yeah, this is like the Waffle House index. You know what I mean? for predicting elections. Like people will look at like Polymarket or whatever or like betting odds, but like this is the real careful and considered calculated decision maker here, okay?
Yeah. She has like a Bloomberg terminal about
Ooh, she likes Tim Walz. She doubled down on Tim Walz. I was so heartened and impressed by her selection of running mate at Tim Walz, who has been standing up for LGBTQ plus rights, IVF, and a woman's right to her own body for decades. I've done my research and I've made my choice. Oh my God. And the choice is yours.
The policy page. She had to drop the policy page.
That's what it was. She's a real policy head. She's a real policy head. She was like, yo, honestly, once I read the policy page, it was over. You know, this was it for me.
Yeah.
When I heard Kamala Harris is going to combat Iran, no matter what it takes, I was like, that's my vote.
Yeah. She said, I'm not voting for her unless I know the nukes are on the way to Beijing like at 11 a.m.
Oh, Jesus. Taylor Swift, childless cat lady, JD Vance. Oh, I can talk about JD Vance.
Don Jr. for the first time in his life, a lifetime of his own abuse that he unheeded himself. He should have listened to himself. He's going to beat Don Jr. with a shoe.
Dude, honestly, Donald Trump's biggest mistake was ever listening to Don Jr. That's when I knew this shit is cooked, okay? Perma-fried.
Yeah.
Like, Don Jr., you don't even like him. Why would you ever listen to his opinion on who that sweaty fucking cokehead loser thinks is like cool?
If he had Doug, he'd still be contending in Minnesota. If he had Doug, he would be up in fucking like North Carolina now for sure.
Dude, I'm a burger maniac. Okay, I'm a burger maniac. I've been saying it. I was gonna vote. There were 2 VP picks that would have changed my decision. If Burgum was the VP, I would have voted for Donald Trump. And if Jesse Ventura was RFK Jr.'s vice president, I would have voted for RFK Jr. They both fucked up. They could have gotten my vote.
Jesse Ventura Green candidate like rumors in 2020.
Yeah,
I wanted that so badly.
Yeah, but he gets libbed up. Like he
endorsed a duopoly. He endorsed the Democrats.
He really did. Yeah, he really did. He was like, I'm really excited for a woman to vote for a woman in the White House. I was like, damn, Jesse, what the fuck?
It wasn't even like, oh, I'm like, oh, these guys are like the lesser of two evils. He went like full like DNC, like talking points. He was talking like a line on.
A lot of our old heads have fallen.
Yeah.
Bernie Sanders being like, yeah, I don't really agree with Dick Cheney a lot, but even he hates Donald Trump, and that's good. I was like, come on, bro. What the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah, that one guy who
Bernie,
doesn't fuck around about being 82 years old.
I was like, Bernie, they're not gonna do card checks. Shut the fuck up. You don't have to destroy. They're not gonna. They are not going to make you a junior partner in the coalition.
Yeah.
Okay, you're 800 years old. Why are you
They are
doing
never
this?
passing a fucking public option, man.
Yeah, they put him in the cuck chair, dude. They just keep whipping him for the crimes of contesting Hillary Clinton in 2016 forever.
Yeah. His late stage career, he's like trying to work his way up to like better Senate committees. Like he's a fucking like decrepit Dixiecrat from 1950. He's trying to do the Richard Russell fucking strat.
Yeah, he's a real team player.
Yeah.
surely.
If he stays in Congress until he's 90 years old, they'll let him like chair the Appropriations Committee like Robert Byrd.
No. They're gonna let him take
Yeah.
the old people in Vermont back to Canada so they can like purchase pharmaceuticals there.
Yeah.
He's
They're
like,
gonna let him
please, anything.
They're gonna let him build an FBI crime examination facility in Birmingham, and that'll be like the culmination of his life's work.
It feels bad. It feels bad watching him like that. You were joking about voting for Trump, right? Oh my God, chatters. Yes. Shut the fuck up. Oh my Lord.
No, we would have actually voted for Trump if we picked North Dakota Governor Doug Burgum. That's completely sincere. That was gonna be the heel turn.
I forget that there's like 160,000 people in here, so like they have no fucking. Some of these people are just like tuning in for once, and they're like, "What the fuck's this guy saying?"
I'm a single issue voter about him picking Glenn Youngkin. This is like completely like what I believe.
Yes, I'm undoing every opinion that I've ever had.
Yeah,
because Doug Burgum is on the ticket.
Guy who looked like Brezhnev.
Yeah, but hotter.
Yeah,
his eyebrows are powerful. The copium tomorrow is going to be so delectable. I can already sense it from here. First of all, everyone's going to complain about the moderators fact checking.
So fucking funny.
Here is a really good idea. If you don't want to get fact checked, don't say Haitian migrants are eating cats on the most prominent national stage you've been on. Are you
when you're like 78 years old?
And then he started debating the moderators. He's like, actually, I saw it on television. Real old man hours over there. It was incredible.
I keep on getting recommended Megyn Kelly's tweets, and she's so fucking pissed off. She is so mad at the moderators.
Ben Shapiro.
Oh yeah, Ben Shapiro.
This debate won't
matter. This is what the Biden people said. This is exactly what they said.
Yeah, this is. That's how you know this shit popped off. Yeah. This debate won't matter. It was just eliminated as an inflection point. The American people still know nothing about Kamala Harris's positions. Donald Trump is still Donald Trump, and the legacy media are still a giant flaming dog turd.
Don't go after them too hard, Ben.
Wow. He busted out the big words, the big boy words. His wife's not gonna let him sleep in the same bed tonight. Oh my God. Oh, it's gonna be delectable. It's gonna be delightful. Taylor Swift's post. Yeah, of course Taylor Swift posted about who she's voting for president. Of course, he got 1 million likes in 13 minutes, dude. What are we talking about?
Funny that she repeatedly mentioned Walz.
Yeah, no, I do like that. Yeah,
she said I would have been fucking for her if she like picked Shapiro.
I'm reading the tea leaves. She's actually an anti-Zionist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She wants Kamala to go off the ticket and be replaced with Walz. And Walz would be up by 10. I don't give a fuck. People can call me coping, but like at that point you just have zero issues.
Oh, dude, 100%.
His
oppo has been, they're like third removed, like distant cousins are voting for Trump. Like that's the oppo on that front is so awesome. They're like,
yeah,
they're talking about how he like swapped out his dog or some shit. Like it's just so.
I don't think I think basically the summary is that Kamala's trying to run the Biden campaign instead of a campaign.
I'm not ending the broadcast chat. Sorry.
Yeah. It's 11 p.m. for me. So but she's trying to run the Biden campaign. She's doing it relatively well. I think that a lot of the stuff that it's like she's able to do the basic stuff that Biden couldn't. Will this resolve like the big kind of looming question of what she stands for? Probably not. Does she need to resolve that? Maybe she doesn't need to resolve that. I wrote an article on my newsletter earlier today. I think that her campaign really does need to get real and does need to start addressing these actual concerns and does need to start running more substantial stuff instead of just like really like scripted platitudes. Like, I mean, the spot run thing actually did kind of land for me because that's kind of correct. She does just say good stuff is good all the time. But the fucking full Chiron for Taylor Swift endorses Kamala Harris.
Of
But
course.
yeah, but like she, even with all of this, even with the DNC that really put her worst, like kind of the worst version of her on display, she's still leading in more than enough states to get 270 electoral votes.
Tim Miller says, just spoke with Lindsey Graham in the spin room. He said the debate team should be fired and Trump was unprepared. Disaster.
Yeah, it was like Matt Gaetz and Tulsi Gabbard. I mean,
Laura Loomer.
Laura Loomer was there.
Yeah.
I saw he brought her. I didn't know if she was part of the team.
I don't know if she was part of the team or not, but I'm still gonna lie and say turns out hanging out with Laura Loomer wasn't the best idea.
No, I get it. I get it.
Like, I thought he was going to be kind of boring and not have that same energy, which might I thought maybe that would like play well into, you know, is Trump a moderate now type shit that the media loves like repeating, you know, fucking Van Jones. But nope. As soon as I saw Laura Loomer, I was like, oh, shit's gonna be awesome tonight. He's gonna say some unhinged ass bullshit, and he did.
Yeah,
and he fucking did. Laura was like, Mr. President, sir, please talk about the dogs and cats that the Haitian migrants are eating. And he was like, that's a great idea. Thank you, Laura.
They're making so many memes about that so quickly. That and Abdul, they think that's the funniest shit ever.
I don't know what the fuck was happening there. Like, I just don't understand how he has like, did he look at DeSantis's team and go, that's great. We should do
Kamala called for a second debate.
Oh, Kamala already asked for it. Wait.
Yeah, it was 12 minutes ago.
Yeah, Kamala Harris asked for it, but I don't think Trump is going to do it.
No, he's gonna say they're biased.
Yeah, he's gonna say, yeah, you're right about that. I saw your tweet. Like, he's gonna say how biased the moderation team was, and that's why he's not gonna do it. But then that opens him up for a line of attack where, you know, they could just be like, he's a coward, he's running away.
Yeah, people, Red Eagle Politics is saying, oh, like, I thought that he did so badly in the debate against Hillary, but he won anyway. He would have lost that like thing if like the Comey letter didn't come out. Kamala's not getting the Comey letter. Like, good fucking luck, man.
Yeah, the Ingram says if she's asking for another debate, they don't think she won this debate. They would be saying, mic drop, we're done. They don't think that she's in a position right now to win this race. No, I think it was a gimme. That's why. I think they saw how fucking easy this shit was. It was easy street. And they were like, oh, let's do that again, please. Let's do that every weekend.
Oh, Caitlin Clark liked the post where Taylor Swift endorsed Kamala. Caitlin Clark endorsement incoming. Angel Reese is going to back Trump now.
Oh, dude, they are. I mean, they already had secured the white woman vote. That's like, now it's permanent. It's perma-locked. There was a really funny tweet that I wanted to share with you. I think one of the Aiden Updates accounts said that like Kamala Harris is trying to appeal to the youth by using youth slang because she said families with young children need to afford a crib, need to buy a crib.
A crib?
No, they literally they thought that like
no.
The Aiden Ross
child care is one of the 3 issues they've let her talk about. So like that was like in a literal sense.
Yeah. See, but that's the fucking annoying thing is like when she does actually have like a coherent policy point that is like objectively popular, and then Trump is asked about what he would do on that front, he has nothing. Like even for that reason, like if you want to watch Trump fucking flail around, just like put fucking policies out there and be like, this is another thing that we're gonna do, so we can sit there and talk about how like if Kamala Harris gets elected, everyone will have health care. Oh, it was Aiden who
we
said
know
it.
that young families need support to raise their children, and I intend on extending a tax cut for those families of $6,000, which is the largest child tax credit that we have given in a long time, so that those young families can afford to buy a crib, buy a car seat, buy clothes for their children. My passion, one of them, is small businesses. I was actually, my mother,
Oh, never mind. It wasn't Aiden who was saying it. It was the Aiden Update account. Kamala Harris has already started the debate by incorporating slang into her speech, crying emoji. God, these guys, thank God they will never be able to find a polling station. You know what I mean? Like, and
they're too young to vote anyways.
They're also ineligible to vote.
Yeah.
Like, luckily. Holy shit. Like, contextually, how the do you hear that and think like, oh, she was using slang for house and not like a baby's crib?
Yeah.
That's so stupid.
Oh my God, the Facebook libs are going so crazy, like over the Taylor Swift endorsement.
Oh,
This is
for
how I
sure.
keep my.
Oh, for sure. For sure.
Yeah, Vivek said it was 3-1.
What is this? Oh, they're saying Kamala Harris had an earpiece and that she was getting fed lines. Let's go. Love that.
That's an earring.
No, you don't. No, it's a secret. It's a fake earring. No, it's not. It's not a real earring. It's a fake earring that is getting. I mean, all of these are admissions of defeat.
I need to see the CNN poll so badly.
Tim Walz learns about Harris, the Taylor Swift endorsement in real time. All right, I got to go pee real quick. I'll be back while this plays. You can speak if you want.
While we have been talking, somebody's just handed me something, and I'm going to do sort of a not very TV thing, and I'm going to read it to you in totality. I'm going to read you the whole thing because this was, I don't think you know about this, but this was just posted online by a woman you might have heard of whose name is Taylor Swift. And she has posted this online along with a photo of her cat. And I'm going to read to you what she just posted. Quote, like many of you, I watched the debate tonight. If you haven't already, now is a great time to do your research on the issues at hand and the stances these candidates take on the topics that matter to you the most. As a voter, I make sure to watch and read everything I can about their proposed policies and plans for this country. Recently, I was made aware that AI of me, quote me, falsely endorsing Donald Trump's presidential run was posted to his site. It really conjured up my fears around AI and the dangers of spreading misinformation. It brought me to the conclusion that I need to be very transparent about my actual plans for this election as a voter. The simplest way to combat misinformation is with the truth. Then she says, quote, I will be casting my vote for Kamala Harris and Tim Walz in the 2024 presidential election. I'm voting for Kamala Harris because she fights for the rights and causes I believe need a warrior to champion them. I think she is a steady-handed, gifted leader, and I believe we can accomplish so much more in this country if we're led by calm and not chaos. I was so heartened and impressed by her selection of running mate Tim Walz, who has been standing up for LGBTQ+ rights, IVF, and a woman's right to her own body for decades. I've done my research, and I've made my choice. Your research is all yours to do, and the choice is yours to make. I also want to say, especially to first-time voters, remember that in order to vote, you have to be registered. I also find it's much easier to vote early. I will link where to register and find early voting dates and info in my story. With love and
he's
hope,
like,
Taylor
I'm about
Swift,
to be the vice president.
Signed, childless cat lady. I have to get your response to that, Mr. Governor.
All those things, I am incredibly grateful, first of all, to Taylor Swift. I say that also as a cat owner, a fellow cat owner. Look, Swifties, you heard it. We know that it's there. That was eloquent, and it was clear. And that's the type of courage we need in America to stand up. We've seen it out of those Republicans who were at the DNC. We've seen it out of women who would like to have their own personal lives kept personal, but are forced to go out there because they nearly died because they can't get abortion services in a pregnancy. And now you have somebody like Taylor Swift coming out, making that very clear. This would be the opportunity, Swifties. KamalaHarris.com. Get on over there. Give us a hand. Get things going.
God damn.